Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Umagnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kata Mahyam Darati Swaparantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yudhapatakalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prisabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhupya Evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashacya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Shrinvatam Svakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Ridyandasto Yabhadrani Vidunuti Suhritsatam Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Before reciting the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Nara Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Shila Vyasadeva, the author. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Book has disappeared. Hare Krishna, Vishnu Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Śrīla Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, stand up right now.
You want to read first, Prabhu?
Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Haribol.
Text 29. घ्राणेन गन्धं रसनेन वै रसं रूपं च दृष्ट्या स्वसनं त्वचैव स्रोतेन कोपेत्य नभो गुणत्वं प्राणेन चाकूटिम् उपैति योगी. Granena by smelling, gandham flavor, rasanena by taste. Why exactly? Rasam palate, rubam forms, cha also, drishtya by vision, shwasanam contact, tvacha touch, eva as it were, srodena by vibration of the air, cha also, ubetva by achieving, nabas gunatvam identification of either, pranena by sense organs, cha also, Akudin material activities, Ubaidi attains, Yogi the devotee. Translation. The devotee thus surpasses the subtle objects of different senses, like the flavor by smelling, the palate by tasting, the vision by seeing forms, the touch by contacting, the vibration of the air by ethereal identification, and the sense organs by material activities. Purport. Beyond the sky, there are subtle coverings, as in the case of the elementary coverings of the universe. The gross coverings are a development of partial ingredients of the subtle causes. So the yogi or devotee, along with liquidation of the gross elements, relinquishes the subtle causes like the flavor by smelling, etc. The pure spiritual spark, the living entity, completely cleansed of all material contamination, to become eligible for entrance into the kingdom of God. Text 30. सा भूता सूक्ष्मेन्द्रियसन्निकर्षं मनोमयं देवमयं विकार्यं संसाद्य गत्या सह तेन याति विज्ञानतत्त्वं गुणसन्निरोधम्. Sa, he, the devotee, Bhuta, the gross, Sukshma, and the subtle, Indriya, senses, Sannikarsham, the point of neutralization, Manomayam, mental plane, Devamayam, the mode of goodness, Vikaryam, egoism, Samsadhya, surpassing, Gathya, by the progress, Saha, along with, Thena, then, Yadi, goes, Vijnana, perfect knowledge, Tattvam, truth, Guna, material modes, Sannirodham, completely suspended. Translation. The devotee, thus surpassing the gross and subtle forms of covering, enters the plane of egoism, and in that status he merges the material mode of nature, ignorance and passion, in this point of neutralization, and thus reaches egoism of goodness. After this, all egoism is merged in the Mahat Tattva, and he comes to the point of pure self-realization. Purport. Pure self-realization, as we have several times discussed, is the pure consciousness of admitting oneself as the eternal servitor of the Lord. Thus, one is reinstated in his original position of transcendental loving service of the Lord, as it will be clearly explained in the following verse. This stage of rendering transcendental loving service to the Lord without any forms of emolument from the Lord or any other way can be attained when the material senses are purified and the original pure state of the senses revived. It is suggested herein that the process of purifying the senses is by the yogic way, namely the gross senses are merged in the modes of ignorance and subtle senses are merged in the mode of passion. The mind belongs to the mode of goodness and therefore is called Devamaya or godly. Perfect purification of the mind is made possible when one is fixed in the conviction of being the eternal servitor of the Lord. Therefore, simple attainment of goodness is also a material mode. One has to surpass this stage of material goodness and reach the point of purified goodness or Vasudeva Sattva. This Vasudeva Sattva helps one to enter into the kingdom of God. Remember in this connection that the process of gradual emancipation by the devotees in the manner mentioned above, although authoritative, is not viable at the present age because of people's becoming primarily unaware of the yoga practice. The so-called yoga practice by the professional protagonist may be physiologically beneficial, but such small success cannot help one in the attainment of spiritual emancipation, as mentioned herein. 5,000 years ago, when the social status of human society was in perfect Vedic order, the yoga process mentioned herein was a common affair for everyone, because everyone, specifically the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, was trained in the transcendental art in the custody of the spiritual master, far away from home, in the status of Brahmacharya. Modern man, therefore, is incompetent to understand it perfectly. Lord Sri Chaitanya, therefore, made it easier for the prospective devotee of the present age in the following specific manner. Ultimately, there is no difference in the result. The first and foremost point is that one must understand the prime importance of Bhakti Yoga. In different species of life are undergoing different terms of engagement according to their fruitive actions and reactions. In the execution of different activities, one who secures some resources of Bhakti Yoga can understand the importance of service to the Lord through the causeless mercy of the Lord as well as of the spiritual master. A sincere soul is helped by the Lord by meeting a bona fide spiritual master, the representative of the Lord. By the instruction of such a spiritual master, one gets the seed of Bhakti Yoga. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends the devotee to sow the seed of Bhakti Yoga in his heart and nurture it by the watering of hearing and chanting the holy name, fame, etc. of the Lord. The simple process of offenseless chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord will gradually promote one very soon to the stage of emancipation. There are three stages of chanting the holy name of the Lord. The first stage is the offensive chanting of the holy name, and the second is the reflective stage of chanting the holy name. The third stage is the offenseless chanting of the holy name of the Lord. In the second stage,
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can you go little slow?
okay, Prabhu. In the second stage only, the stage of reflection via media between the offensive and offenseless stages, the stages of emancipation is automatically attained. And in the offenseless stage, one actually enters into the kingdom of God, although physically he may be apparently within the material world. To attain the offenseless stage, one must be on guard in the following manner. When we speak of hearing and chanting, it means one should not only chant and hear of the holy name of the Lord as Rama, Krishna, or systematically the 16 names of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. But one should also read and hear the Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam in the association of the devotees. The primary practice of Bhakti Yoga will cause the seed already sowed in heart to sprout, and by regular watering process, as mentioned above, the Bhakti Yoga creeper will begin to grow. By systematic nurturing, the creeper will grow to such an extent that it will penetrate the coverings of the universe, as we have heard in the previous verses, reach the effulgent sky, the Brahmajyoti, and go farther and farther and reach the spiritual sky, where there are innumerable spiritual planets called Vaikuntha Logas. Above all of them, there is Krishna Loga or Goloka Vrindavana, wherein the growing creeper enters and takes repose at the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, the original personality of Godhead. When one reaches the lotus feet of Lord Krishna at Goloka Vrindavana, the watering process of hearing and reading, as also chanting of the holy name in the pure devotional stage, fructifies, and the fruits grown therein in the and the fruits grown therein in the form of love of God are tangibly tasted by the devotee, even though he is here in this material world. The ripened fruits of love of God are relished only by the devotee constantly engaged in the watering process as described above. But the working devotee must always be mindful that the creeper which has so grown may not be cut off. Therefore, he should be mindful of the following considerations. First one, offense by one at the feet of a pure devotee may be likened to the mad elephant who devastates a very good garden if it enters. Second one must be very careful to guard himself against such offences at the feet of pure devotees, as much as creeper is protected by all-round fencing. Third, it so happens that by the watering process, some weeds are also grown, and unless such weeds are uprooted, the nurturing of the main creeper or the creeper of Bhakti Yoga may be hampered. Fourth, these weeds are material enjoyment, merging the self in the absolute, without separate individuality, and many other desires in the field of religion, economic development, sense enjoyment, and emancipation. Fifth one, there are many other weeds like disobedience of the tenets of the revered scriptures, unnecessary engagements, killing animals, and hankering after material gain, prestige, and adorations. Sixth one, if sufficient care is not taken, then the watering process may only help to breed the weeds, stunting the healthy growth of the main creeper and resulting in no fructification of the ultimate requirement, love of God. Seventh, the devotee must therefore be very careful to uproot the different weeds in the very beginning. Only then the healthy growth of the main creeper will not be stunted. Eighth, and by so doing, the devotee is able to relish the fruit of love of God and thus live practically with Lord Krishna even in this life and be able to see the Lord in every step. The highest perfection of life is to enjoy life constantly in the association of the Lord, and one who can relish this does not aspire after any temporary enjoyment of the material world via other media. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Gora Shakti Prabhupada Pram Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavata Pranam.
Hare Krishna, dear Prabhus, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Haribol.
Haribol. Thanks for joining. One straight. Oh, Hare Krishna Pranjal Prabhupada Pranam Jai Shri Prabhupada.
I can read, Prabhu.
Oh, Haribol. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
It's what chapter, please? Just to see.
2 to 31.
Oh, chapter 2, okay. So, Tenatmanatmanamupaiti santam anandamayo vasanim itam gatim bhagavatim gatoyam savai punaniha visajati angam. Tena, by that purified Atmanam, by the self Atmanam, the super soul, Vaiti, attains Shantam, rest, Anandam, satisfaction, Anandamaya, naturally so being, Avasane, being freed from all material contamination, Itam, such, Gatim, destination, Bhagavatim, devotional, Gataha, attain, by Yaha, the person, Saha, E, Vai, certainly, Punaha, again, now, never, Iha, in this material world, Visajati, become attracted. Anga, oh Maharaj, Parichit. Translation, brought by Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Only the purified soul can attain the perfection of associating with personality of Godhead in complete bliss and satisfaction in his constitutional state, and whoever is able to renovate such devotional perfection is never again attracted by this material world, and he never returns. Jai. We should especially note in this verse the description of Bhagavatim Gati. to become merged in the rays of the Param Brahma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as it is desired by the Brahmavati, impersonalist, is not Bhagavati, perfection. The Bhagavatas never accept merging in the impersonal rays of the Lord, but always aspire after personal association with the Supreme Lord in one of the Vaikuntha spiritual planets in the spiritual sky. The whole of the spiritual sky, of which the total number of the material sky is an insignificant part only, is full of unlimited number of Vaikuntha planets. And the destination of the devotee, the Bhagavata, is to enter into one of the Vaikuntha planets, in each of which the personality of Godhead is in his unlimited personal expansion, enjoy himself in the association of unlimited number of pure devotee associates. The conditioned soul in the material world, after gaining emancipation by devotional service, get promoted in this planet. But the number of ever liberated soul is far, far greater than the conditioned soul. Yeah, we are very rascal. Why are we here, first place? In the material world. And the ever liberated soul in the Vaikuntha planet never care to visit this miserable material world. Yeah, only us. The impersonalists who aspire to merge in the impersonalist, impersonal Brahma, duty, effulgence of the Supreme Lord, but have no conception of loving devotional service to Him in His personal form in the spiritual manifestation, may be compared to certain species of fish. Yes, yes. Who, being born in the rivers and rivulets, migrate to the great ocean. They cannot stay in the ocean indefinitely, for their urge for sense gratification brings them back to the rivers and streams to spawn. So we are salmon. Sorry. We are rascal salmon, bro. This is crazy. Similarly, when the materialist becomes frustrated in his attempt to enjoy himself in the limited material world, he may seek impersonal liberation by merging either with the casual ocean or with the impersonal Brahma-Yoti effulgence. However, as neither the causal ocean nor the impersonal Brahma-Yoti effulgence afford any superior substitute for association and engagement of the senses, impersonalists will fall again into the limited material world to become entangled once more in the wheel of birth and death, drawn on by the inextinguishable desire for sense engagement. But any devotee who enters the kingdom of God by transcendental engagement of senses in devotional service and associates with the liberated soul and the personality of God there, will never be attracted to the limited surroundings of the material world. Yeah. In the Bhagavad Gita 8:15, also the same is as Lord says, the great Mahatmas or Bhakti Yogi, after attaining my association, will never come back to this material world, which is full of miseries and is non-permanent. The highest perfection of life is therefore to attain his association and nothing else. The Bhakti Yogi, being completely engaged in the Lord's service, has no attraction for any other process of liberation like jnana or yoga. A pure devotee is 100% devotee of the Lord and nothing more. We should further note in this verse the two words Shantam and Anandam, which denote that devotional service of Lord can really bestow upon the devotee two important benedictions, namely peace and satisfaction. The impersonalist is desirous of becoming one with the Supreme, or in other words, he wants to become the Supreme, which is a myth only, and the mystic yogi become encumbered by various mystic powers, and so have neither peace nor satisfaction. So neither the impersonalist nor the yogi can have real peace and satisfaction, but the devotee can become fully peaceful and satisfied because of his association with the complete whole. Therefore, merging in the absolute or attaining some mystic powers have no attraction for the devotee. Attainment of love of Godhead means complete freedom from any other attraction. The conditioned soul has many attractions, such as becoming a religious man, or a rich man, or a first-class enjoyer, or becoming God himself, or becoming powerful like the mystic, and acting wonderfully by getting anything or doing anything. But all these aspirations should be rejected by the prospective devotee who actually wants to revive his dormant love for God. The impure devotee aspires after all the above-mentioned material things by perfection of devotion. But a pure devotee has none of the things of the above contamination influenced by material desire, impersonal speculation, and attainment of mystic powers. One can attain the stage of love of God by pure devotional service, or by learned labor of love, for the sake of the devotee lovable object, the personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna Bhagavan. To be more clear, if anyone wants to attain the stage of love of Godhead, he must give up all desire for material enjoyment. He should refrain from worshipping any of the demigod and should devote himself only to the worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No Ganapati Namaha. He must give up the foolish idea of becoming one with the Lord and the desire to have some wonderful power just to get the ephemeral adoration of the world. The pure devotee is only favorably engaged in the service of the Lord without any hope of emolument. Please, what is this word? Meaning, please. Thank you. Salary, fee, profit. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning. This will bring about love of Godhead or the stage of Shantam or Anandam as stated in this verse. Okay, so we have Solomon. Rascal Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I learned something in this verse. Very nice. Thank you very much. Can I read one more?
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you very much. Ete sitrite nipavide, ete slitite nipavida gitem, vaya visplite cha sanatane cham, yevai pulam brahmanaha tustam, aradito bhagavan vasudevaham. Ete all that is described. Sliti way te into you, nipa o maharaj parichit vedagite. According to the version of the Vedas, Tvaya, by your majesty, Abhiplishte, being thoroughly inquired, Cha also, Sanatane, in the matter of eternal truth, Cha, verily, ye, which by certainly, Pula, before Brahmane, unto Lord Brahma, Aha, said, Tustaha, being satisfied, Araditaha, being worshipped. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Vasudevaha, Lord Krishna. Translation: Your Majesty, Maharaj Parikshit, know that all that I have described in reply to your proper inquiry is just according to the version of the Veda, and it is eternal truth. This was described personally by Lord Krishna unto Brahma, with whom the Lord was satisfied upon being properly worshipped. Purport: the two different ways of reaching the spiritual sky and thereby getting emancipation from all material bondage, namely either by the direct process of reaching the kingdom of God or by gradual process through the higher planets of the universe, are set forth exactly according to the version of the Veda. The Vedic version in this connection are Yadda Sarve Kamuchante Kama Yeshahri Dikstitha Atta Maltium Littu Bhavantyatra Parama Samasnute and Terichir Abhisham Bhavanti. Those who are free from all material desires, which are disease of the heart, are able to conquer death and enter the kingdom of God through the Archi planets. Archi. What is that? Archi. Okay. These Vedic versions corroborate the version of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and the latter is further confirmed by Shukadeva Goswami, who affirms that the truth was disclosed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna Vasudeva, to Brahma, the first authority of the Veda. The disciplic succession holds that the Veda were uttered by Lord Krishna to Brahma, from Brahma to Narada, and from Narada to Vyasadeva, and then from Vyasadeva to Shukadeva Goswami, and so on. So there is no difference between the version of all the authorities, nor do they differ from one another. The truth is eternal, and as such there cannot be any new opinion about the truth. That is the way of knowing the knowledge contained in the Vedas. It is not a thing to be understood by one's erudite scholarship or by fashionable interpretation of mundane scholar. There is nothing to be added and nothing to be subtracted, because the truth is the truth. One has to accept, after all, some authority. Modern scientists are also authorities, but for the common man, for some scientific truth. The common man follows the version of the scientist. This means that the common man follows the authority. The Vedic knowledge is also received in that way. The common man cannot argue what is beyond the sky or beyond the universe, but he must accept the version of the Veda as they are understood by the authorized disciplic succession. In the Bhagavad Gita, also the same process of understanding the Gita is stated in the 4th chapter. If one does not follow the authoritative version of the Acharya, he will vainly search after the truth mentioned in the Veda. Okay. So if someone wants to read, he can, and if no one wants to read, I can keep going. Manifest yourself. Okay. Translation.
Oh, Haribol,
we have one.
Hare Krishna, Brian Prabhu, Dandatram, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you for joining, Prabhu.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Brian Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances, O Krishna Prabhupada. So,
Yes, Prabhu, you can.
Na yachonyam shiva pancha ishata samdi shita. No, sasya goes. Nayachonya Shiva Pancha Vishata Samsrita Viha Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yogo Yato Bhavet. No, never. He certainly Ataha beyond this Anya, any other Shiva auspicious. Pantaha means Vishataha, wandering Samsrita in the material world. Iha in this life, Vasudeva, unto Lord Vasudeva, Krishna, Bhagavati, thus personality of Godhead, Bhakti Yoga, directly devotional service, Yataha, wherein Bhavet may result in. Translation: for those who are rendering in the material universe, there is no more auspicious means of deliverance than what it aims at in a direct devotional service of Lord Krishna. Purport. Do you want Pranjal Prabhu to scroll, Prabhu? Perhaps it will be better.
I'm just boiling the water.
Yes. As will be clarified in the next verse, devotional service of direct Bhakti Yoga is the only absolute and auspicious means of deliverance from the grip of material existence. There are many indirect methods for deliverance from the clutches of material existence, but none of them are as easy and auspicious as Bhakti Yoga. The means of Gyan and Yoga and other allied disciplines are not independent to deliver a performer. Such activities help one to reach the stage of Bhakti Yoga. After many years, in the Bhagavad Gita 12.5, it is said that those who are attached to the impersonal feature of the Absolute are liable to many troubles in the pursuit of their desired goal, and the empiricist philosopher searching after the absolute truth, Bhagavad Gita 7.19, realized the importance of Vasudeva realization as all in all after many births. As far as yoga systems are concerned, it is also said in the Bhagavad Gita 6.47 that amongst the mystic who are after the absolute truth, the one who is always engaged in the service of the Lord is the greatest of all. And the last instruction in the Bhagavad Gita 1866 advise fully surrendering unto the Lord, leaving aside all other engagement or different processes for self-realization and liberation from material bondage. And the purport of all the Vedic literature is to induce one to accept the transcendental loving service of the Lord by all means, as it is already explained in the text of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first Canto, and the direct Bhakti Yoga, or the means which ultimately culminate in Bhakti Yoga, without any things of fructive activity, constitute the highest form of religion. Everything else is simply a waste of time. For the performer, Srila Sridhar Swami and all other Acharya like Jiva Goswami, etc., agree that Bhakti Yoga is not only easy, simple, natural, and free from trouble, but that is the only source of happiness for the human being. Bhagavan Brahma Kalsnena Tril Andikshya Manishayam Tadatyavasyat Kutashtum Latilatman Yato Bhavet. Bhagavan, the great personality Brahma, the Veda, Kalsnena, by summarization, three times, Anvikshya, scrutinizingly examine. Manishaya, with scholarly attention, that Abhyavasyat, ascertain it, Udashta, with concentration of the mind, Latihi, attraction, Atmani, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, Yataha, by which Bhavet is it so happened. Oh, this famous verse. The great personality Brahma, with great attention and concentration of mind, studied the Vedas 3 times, and after scrutinizing, examining them, ascertained that attraction for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is the highest perfection of religion. Purport: Srila Shukadev Goswami is referring to the highest Vedic authority, Lord Brahma, who is the qualitative incarnation of Godhead. The Vedas were taught to Brahmaji in the beginning of the material creation, although Brahmaji was to hear Vedic instruction directly from the personality of Godhead in order to satisfy the inquisitiveness of all prospective students of the Veda. Brahmaji, just like a scholar, studied the Veda 3 times, as is generally done by all scholars. He studied with great attention, concentrating on the purpose of the Veda, and after scrutinizingly examining the whole process, he ascertained that becoming a pure, unalloyed devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is the topmost perfection of all religious principles. And this is the last instruction of the Bhagavad Gita, directly present by the Personality of Godhead. The Vedic conclusion is thus accepted by all Acharya, and those who are against this conclusion are only Veda Vada Lata, as explained in the Bhagavad Gita 2:42. Veda Vada Lata. Bhagavan sarvabhuteshu lakshitaham svatmana harim drishai buddhyadibhil drastam lakshanai anumak pakai. Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Sarva, all, Bhuteshu, in the living entity. Lakshitaham is visible. Swa Atmana, along with the self. Harihi, the Lord. Drishyahi, by what is seen. Buddhi Adibhihi, by intelligence. Drasta, one who sees. Lakshanahi, by different signs. Anuma Pakai, by hypothesis. The personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, is there in every living being, along with the individual soul. And this fact is perceived and hypothesized in our acts of seeing and taking help of the intelligence.
Really nice verse, 2:35. We'll add this quickly to the notes because it's needed.
And
This
this
part,
fact is perceived and
Prabhu,
in
this
our acts.
part is very big.
What, Prabhu?
This part is very big.
Or is it
Yes, Prabhu.
2:35?
And this is very good in preaching, Prabhu. You can see
Yes, Prabhu.
per
Two
part.
35. Oh, I can hear the car. It's singing. Hey, everybody, you can continue.
Purport. The general argument of the common man is that since the Lord is not visible to our eyes, how can one either surrender unto Him and render transcendental loving service unto Him? How? To such a common man, here is a practical suggestion given by Srila Shukadev Goswami as to how one can perceive the Supreme Lord by reason and perception. Actually, the Lord is not perceivable by our present material senses, But when one is convinced of the presence of the Lord by practical service attitude, there is a revelation by the Lord's mercy. And such a pure devotee of the Lord can perceive the Lord's presence always and everywhere. He can, however, perceive that intelligence in the form direction of the Paramatma plenary portion of the personality of Godhead. Presence of the Paramatma is in everyone's company is not very difficult to realize, even for the common man. The procedure is as follows. One can perceive one's self-identification and feel positively that he exists. He may not feel it very abruptly, but by using a little intelligence, he can feel that he is not the body. He can feel that the hand, the leg, the head, the hair, and the leaves are all his bodily parts and parcels, but as such, the hand, the leg, the head, etc., cannot be identified with his self. Therefore, just by using intelligence, he can distinguish and separate his self from other things that he sees. So, the natural conclusion is that, can you scroll up? I didn't read. Yes. The living being, either man or beast, is the seer, and he sees beside himself all of us things. So there is a difference between the seer and the seen. Now, by a little use of intelligence, we can also readily agree that the living being who sees the thing beyond himself by ordinary vision has no power to see or to move independently. All our ordinary action and perception depend on various forms of energy supplied to us by nature in various combinations. Our senses of perception and of action, that is to say, our five perceptive senses of hearing, touch, sight, taste, and smell, as well as our five senses of action, namely hands, leg, speech, evacuation organs, and reproductive organs, and also our three subtle senses, namely mind, intelligence, and ego. 13 senses in all are supplied to us by various arrangements of gross and subtle form of natural energy, and it is equally evident that our object of perception are nothing but the product of the inexhaustible permutation of and combination of the form taken by natural energy. As this conclusively proves that the ordinary living being has no independent power of perception or of motion, and as we undoubtedly feel our existence being conditioned by nature's energy, we conclude that he who sees his spirit and the senses as well as the object of perception are material. The spiritual quality of the seer is manifest in our dissatisfaction with the limited state of materially conditioned existence. That is the difference between spirit and matter. There are some less intelligent arguments that matter develops the power of seeing and moving as a certain organic development, but such an argument cannot be accepted because there is no experimental evidence that matter has produced anywhere living entity. Trust no future. However, pleasant, idle talks regarding future development of matter into spirit are actually foolish, because no matter has ever developed the power of seeing or moving in any part of the world. Therefore, it is definite that matter and spirit are two different identities, and this conclusion is arrived at by the use of intelligence. Now we come to the point that the things which are seen by a little use of intelligence cannot be automatic unless we accept someone as the user of or director of the intelligence. Intelligence gives one direction, like some higher authority. And the living being cannot see or move or eat or do anything without the use of intelligence. When one fails to take advantage of intelligence, he becomes a deranged man. So a living being is dependent on intelligence or the direction of a superior being. Such intelligence is all-pervading. Every living being has his intelligence, and this intelligence being the direction of some higher authority is just like the father's giving direction to his son. The higher authority who is present and residing within every individual living being is the super self. At this point in our investigation, we may consider the following question. On the one hand, we realize that all our perception and activities are conditioned by arrangement of material nature, yet we also ordinarily feel and say, I am perceiving, or I am doing. Therefore, we can say that our material senses of perception and action are moving because we are identifying the self with the material body, and that the superior principle of super self is guiding and supplying us according to our desire. By taking advantage of the guidance of the super self in the form of intelligence, we can either continue to study and to put into practice our conclusion that I am not this body, and we can choose to remain in the false material identification, fancying ourselves to be the processor or doers. Our freedom consists in orienting our desire either towards the ignorant material misconception or the true spiritual conception. We can easily attain to the true spiritual conception by recognizing the super self Paramatma to be our friend and guide, and by dovetailing our intelligence with the superior intelligence of Paramatma. Super self and the individual self are both spirit, and therefore the super self and the individual self are both qualitatively one and distinguished from matter. But the super self and the individual self cannot be on an equal level because the super self gives direction or supply intelligence, and the individual self follows the direction, and thus action are performed properly. The individual is completely dependent on the direction of the super self because in every step the individual self follows the direction of the super self in the matter of seeing, hearing, thinking, feeling, willing, etc. So far as common sense is concerned, we come to the conclusion that there are three identities, namely matter, spirit, and super spirit. Now, if we go to the Bhagavad Gita or the Vedic intelligence, we can further understand that all the three identities, namely matter, individual spirit, and super spirit, are all independent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Super self is a partial representation of or plenary portion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Bhagavad Gita affirms that the Supreme Personality of Godhead dominates all over the material world by his partial representation only. God is great, and he cannot be simply an order supply of the individual selves. Therefore, the super self cannot be a full representation of the Supreme Self, Purushottama. The absolute personality of Godhead, realization of the super self by the individual self, is the beginning of self-realization. And by the progress of such self-realization, one is able to realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead by intelligence, by the help of authorized scriptures, and principally by the grace of the Lord. The Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary conception of the personality of Godhead Krishna, and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the further explanation of the science of Godhead. So if we stick to our determination and pray for the mercy of the director of intelligence, sitting within the same bodily tree, like two birds, as explained in the Upanishad, certainly the purport of the revealed information in the Veda becomes clear to our vision, and there is no difficulty in realizing the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vasudeva. This is nice. This is really nice. The intelligent man, therefore, after many births of such use of intelligence, surrenders himself at the lotus feet of Vasudeva, as confirmed by Bhagavad Gita 7:19. Great purport. Haribol. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Does anyone want to read?
I'll read, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Manifest.
Oh, we have so many.
Yes. Haribol. Hare Krishna, Pravin Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances, O Shri Prabhupada. So you want to read?
Yes.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Your turn.
Okay, now let's give Pranjal Prabhu the scrolling opportunity. Haribol.
Who's this chapter? What is the name of the chapter? The Lord in the Heart is.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. Oh, so it explains how Lord is present in the heart. Okay.
Prabhu.
36. Tasmat sarvatmana rajan harihi sarvatra sarvada श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च samartavyo bhagavan nrinam. Synonyms. Tasmat, therefore, sarva, all, atmana, soul, rajan, O king, harihi, the Lord, sarvatra, everywhere, sarvada, always, srotavyaha, must be heard, kirtitavyaha, glorified, cha, also, smartavyaha, be remembered, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, pranam, by the human being. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. O King, it is therefore essential that every human being hear, glorify and remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead always and everywhere. Purport. Srila Sukadeva Goswami begins this verse with the word tasmat, or therefore, because in the previous verse he has already explained that there is no auspicious means for salvation other than the sublime process of Bhakti Yoga. The Bhakti Yoga process is practiced by the devotees in different methods like hearing, chanting, remembering, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, worshipping, praying, rendering service of love, becoming friendly, and offering all that one may possess. All 9 methods are bona fide methods, and either all of them, some of them, or even one of them can bring about the desired result for the sincere devotee. But out of all the 9 different methods, the first one, namely hearing, is the most important function in the process of Bhakti Yoga. Without hearing sufficiently and properly, no one can make any progress by any of the practicing methods. And for hearing only, all the Vedic literatures are there, compiled by authorized persons like Vyasadeva, who is the powerful incarnation of Godhead. And as it is ascertained that the Lord is the super soul of everything, It should therefore be heard and glorified everywhere and always. This is the special duty of the human being. And the human being, when he gives up the process of hearing about the all-pervading personality of Godhead, becomes victim to hearing rubbish. You have to scroll down, Prabhu. This is the special duty of the human being. And the human being, when he gives up the process of hearing about the all-pervading personality of Godhead, becomes victim to hearing rubbish transmitted by man-made machines. Missionary is not bad because through the machine one can take advantage of hearing about the Lord. But because missionary is used for ulterior purposes, it is creating rapid degradation in the standard of human civilization. It is said here
Very
that
true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
it is said here that it is incumbent upon the human beings to hear because the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, etc. are made for that purpose. Living beings other than human beings have no capacity to hear such Vedic literatures. If the human society gives itself to the process of hearing the Vedic literature, it will not become victim to the impious sounds vibrated by impious men who degrade the standards of the total society. Hearing is solidified by the process of chanting. One who has perfectly heard from the perfect source becomes convinced about the all-pervading personality of Godhead and thus becomes enthusiastic in the matter of glorifying the Lord. All the great acharyas like Ramanuja, Madhva, Chaitanya, Saraswati Thakur, or even in other countries, Muhammad, Christ, and others have all extensively glorified the Lord by chanting always and in every place. Because the Lord is all pervading, it is essential to glorify Him always and everywhere. In the process of glorifying the Lord, there should be no restriction of time and space. It is called Sanatana Dharma or Bhagavata Dharma. Sanatana means eternal, always and everywhere. Okay, this has to be taught. This word, the meaning of this Sanatana has to be taught to the entire world, Prabhu, particularly to the other religions. Okay, the Bhagavata means pertaining to Bhagavan, the Lord. The Lord is the master of all time and all space, and therefore the Lord's holy name must be heard, glorified, and remembered everywhere in the world. And that will bring about the desired peace and prosperity so eagerly awaited by the people of the world. The word cha indicates all the remaining processes or methods of bhakti yoga are as mentioned above. So, see, let us understand this. The Sanatana means eternal, which means there is no beginning and ending. So, but the politicians, particularly in India, have been passing the statements that they wanted to eradicate Sanatana Dharma totally from India. Okay, I don't know how it is possible for them, but they have to be taught with the meaning of this word Sanatana so that they can understand what
Yes,
it
yes.
is and how it is highly impossible for them to completely avoid Sanatana Dharma in India.
Currently, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu is trying to remove it from Tamil Nadu.
Yes, I am talking about his the son of the
Stalin,
Chief Minister of
I think his
Stalin.
name
Yes,
was Stalin. Yes, yes, yes.
exactly. Not only Stalin, there are so many other
Yes, yes, yes.
religious followers who are envious about the Sanatana Dharma, okay, and the devotees and the followers of the Sanatana Dharma, okay. So they want
Yes, yes,
to,
yes.
and moreover, this India is known for Sanatana Dharma, and they want to eliminate Sanatana Dharma from India totally.
Hmm. If it disappears from India, then it automatically disappears everywhere because India is the source, actually, the very land where it originated.
And they are representing the religions which took birth only a few centuries ago.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes.
And Sanatana has been in existence for for so
Eternity.
many,
Yeah,
yeah,
eternity.
eternal, so many yugas.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
That's the irony actually.
And to see, let me tell you honestly, the courts, particularly the Supreme Court of India, is also supporting these rascals.
Yeah. They the Supreme Court actually they made LGBTQ illegal in India. Like they're passing all nonsense type of nonsensical bills.
Hmm.
Like many like bad things they have made it legal in India.
Horrible. When a Sanatana follower speaks a single word against any religion, so many cases will be filed against that
Yes.
person, and he will be prosecuted for years. Okay,
Yes.
but look at this the position of Stalin, who said that Sanatana Dharma should be eradicated, but he was just warned and left.
Yes.
There was no action taken against him at all.
Yeah, and he's still continuing those activities. He's still again saying. If you speak anything against Islam, they will literally kill you. But
Huh. There is there
but
is a there is a principle or what is a slogan called as behead the person
hmm. Yes.
who speaks anything against Islam.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. But we have also that if someone speaks against God, you cut his throat or cut his tongue, I mean.
Yeah, but
No, but the problem is
what
that
about say,
nobody actually does it.
Sami Prabhu? I totally understand and agree with you. But what if a follower of Sanatana Dharma utters the same word in public? A stringent action will be taken against him.
Yeah. Yes.
Hmm.
Means many people I've seen they speak against, but they are left out. Means they are left after some time.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, they are
So
just.
many people they spew poison against Sanatana Dharma,
Hmm.
against
But
Krishna
now,
consciousness.
mostly the civilization is Asuric. They are all
Yes.
Asura.
Yeah, or they all are
So
asura, all
that's
asuras.
why. Yes, that's
Yes.
why.
And Neil Prabhu, have you followed the news today
Today,
about an incident happened in the Supreme Court today?
today.
Yeah,
Uh,
in fact, a few days ago, I don't take much time, okay? A few
okay.
days ago,
You can tell, Prabhu. You can tell, Prabhu. Yes.
a few days ago, the Chief Justice of India, Mr. Gawai, okay, B.R. Gawai,
Mm.
Bhushan Ramakrishna, I think, Bhushan Ramakrishna Gawai um, was going through a case filed by a follower of Sanatan Dharma about an idol, I think in Maharashtra or somewhere, that the ideal was Lord Vishnu's idol, and it was beheaded by the Mughals
Mm-hmm.
a few decades ago, maybe centuries ago. Okay, he wanted to recreate. He wanted to get that idol recreated. Okay, and Gawai said, dismissing. Okay, he
Yes.
dismissed this case,
Yes.
and eventually, along with it, said that go pray to Lord Vishnu, and said that you say that you are a staunch devotee of Lord Vishnu, and go and pray to him. Okay, and considering that incident, a Supreme Court advocate attempted to throw a shoe at Gawai today in Supreme Court. This happened today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so the what means the judge said that you pray to Lord Vishnu.
Yeah, go pray to Lord Vishnu. Why did you come to Supreme Court?
Oh, that's so disrespectful.
I can share so many YouTube videos as well. Maybe you just ping me. I will share those. So many news channels conducted so many meetings or sessions on the same topic, and everyone, particularly the followers of Sanatana, wanted Mr. Gawai to apologize to all the Hindu followers.
Hmm. So did they read Bhagavad Gita?
Sorry, Prabhu.
Means just see the hypocrisy. Means he demands justice and this is the way they're treating him.
And let me tell you, he is the Mr. Gawai is the follower of Buddhism.
Oh,
He's a Buddhist.
yeah.
Atheist.
Yeah. But still
Yeah,
he took the right stand at least.
Buddhist is atheist. Come
Yes.
on. That's why he's like this. He's envious, He's an envious guy.
And
I
think
this world is like this, bro.
yeah.
This world is like this.
In
And
fact,
it will go worse and
really,
worse.
Prabhu, I was so disturbed
be
by
worse and
those
worse.
words. I was really so disturbed by those words. Okay, why is this biased kind of approach being followed even in the highest court of India? Okay, against Hindus.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you remember, even to establish the Ram Mandir, it took so many years. They had to
500
fight for
years,
so
more than
yeah,
500 years ago.
just to
500
establish a
years.
temple, just to establish
Yes,
a temple of
and which
Lord
belonged to
Ramchandra.
Lord Rama, which belonged to Lord Rama.
It was that temple was originally built by Love Kush during Treta Yuga.
Yeah, exactly.
That how old that temple is, but still just see their hypocrisy.
Kali
And
Yuga
we-
progression.
And they
Mhm.
are ruling us, Prabhu. That's the most disappointing point. Okay, they are
Yes,
ruling
yes.
us. These atheists are ruling us.
Mhm.
And they say that they are the well-wishers of every religion. They respect every religion. Okay, and they try to establish justice to all the humankind, particularly in India. This is the biggest joke of the decade.
The Supreme, I've always seen the Supreme Court is always against Sanatana Dharma. They always are against Krishna consciousness.
Exactly, bro.
They
Exactly.
are supreme
Eh.
only there, only here for a temporary time, Then they need to give up the body. So let them enjoy.
Means Srila Prabhupada even used to say that these politicians are rascals. They have their only business is to do sinful activities.
See, we can
Yeah,
agree
but
that
the main
we are okay, bro. Even the politicians are, but even the Supreme Court judges are becoming rascals
Yeah.
now.
But
Exactly.
it doesn't mean nothing in Kali Yuga, Prabhu.
The
Even the
judiciary
Supreme
again.
Court
Yeah.
will be degraded after
Yeah.
some time, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Finished. Then he show you now we can see that it's finished. Even we are at the beginning of Kali Yuga. You see, everything is topsy turvy now. It's, like everything is degraded. India is not India anymore. It's finished.
Exactly.
Yeah. What is the it's not like few decades ago, India was not the same. Now you see how the contamination, all the things going on there. India is the greatest, is the first to export some beef meat, right?
Yeah. Yes. I saw that news.
Is the first in the whole world, the first, and at the same time, it has the greatest, story about religion and everything, So we can see that Kali Yuga is progressing very quickly. Very quickly. Very soon, we will be tortured. Just like the movie, just like, Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu, those who believe in Vishnu, in Krishna, they will be tortured. And if you chant Hare Krishna on the street, they will beat you
Yeah.
to death. I guarantee you, it will. I read this in the Canto 12. It will
It is
happen.
written, and even presently in Muslim countries, you can see that they beat you up when you chant Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
So already
And if you have some
started.
That is
deity,
understandable, Prabhu. See, Muslim countries or Islam, the followers of Islam, okay, are against the Sanatan Dharma. That is okay. The country which is completely ruled by the Islamic government will act against the Hindus. That is understandable. But India is known for only Hindus.
Yeah.
India
Yes,
is the
yes, yes.
country of only for Hindus. The other religions are only minorities.
But
But they are trying to become majorities, and they're trying to subdue Hindus at all, totally in India.
these
but
Hindus,
Hindus is not the proper term, Prabhu.
yes, Prabhu,
Hindus was a term gave by
Yeah.
Muslim,
but
Muslims,
the
yes,
Prabhu.
yes.
What we call Hindus now, all they are nonsense. They should be treated like that. They are mostly, demigod worshippers. Islam doesn't like if
Yeah.
you worship non if you worship anyone else than God, Islam doesn't like it. If you worship anyone else, Krishna conscious doesn't agree with it. So these Hindus, we don't agree with them. They are nonsense actually.
Hmm.
So they deserve whatever they get. If they get vanished
Yeah.
from the whole India, they deserve that because they are nonsense, some nonsense philosophy. It's not Vedic philosophy. It's Hindu
Hmm.
philosophy. Hindu is not Vedic.
Exactly. I agree. Means the main thing is
And
Krishna
you
consciousness,
know, you made
actually.
a very good point, Sami Prabhu, because actually, demigod worshipper will obtain very bad quality. They will worship demigod. There is verse, but I forgot the verse. It's Krishna Gopal Prabhu was sharing this verse. Actually, they worship the demigod, and after some time, they go against the demigod himself.
yes, Prabhu.
Because they obtain so bad quality that they are against the demigod that they were worshipping. And they become even worse than that. So that's why
Yes,
in
yes.
in
Yes,
India
that is
they are
true,
so much
actually.
rascal, so much what deviating because they are actually they did the wrong thing. They went to the demigod instead of going to Sri Krishna, Bhagavan. You know? So now they're developing so much bad quality that they are doomed, It's finished for them. And
Yes,
like
yes.
Swami Prabhu said, they deserve what they get because it's them who decide to go to the demigod. Why? Demigod worship is so much, tendency in India, like everywhere. You can see that they are worshipping, even here, I can see those generation of India come from India,
Exactly.
Tamil,
True.
That's the only
yeah,
aspect
That I like a lot. That's only aspect that I like a lot about Islam because they accept that there is only one God. So
Yeah,
God
yeah,
mm,
yeah, yeah.
is
Hmm.
33.
yes, yes, yeah. This is the main
And
thing. That's why Prabhupada said he don't want to allow demigod worship because the moment he allowed that, it's finished. There will be Ganesh worship. There will be Shiva worship. There will be
Kali worship,
Durga,
Kali worship.
Because
Kali,
the extreme form,
everything.
because the extreme form of that, it will go that everyone is God. Then they will say, okay, really, I'm also a demigod, but I'm just, now covered. The other demigods
Yeah,
are down,
yeah.
but
He
I'm
will go
also.
against.
Yes, Prabhu. At the
Yeah,
end, all the
it's
demigod
crazy.
worshippers will say that they are also God, but now just
Yeah.
temporarily they are not acting like God. Next time they will come as God, and like that.
Yeah. This is the impersonal philosophy, I think. Like they
Yes,
say that we are currently covered of Maya, but after some time we will become God.
yes,
So this is the main problem in India now. They are all trying to become God
yes,
and go against the real God. So what? I I think that will, this is only the beginning, but it will go crazy after some time.
Yeah.
Really.
Exactly. In 12th Canto, many things are written actually about this. So many things are written.
Yes, yes.
How?
12 Canto, please
Yes.
read this. You will get
So,
some really
yeah.
get good insight about what is going to happen. But I don't
Hmm.
think it will take too long because now we can see clearly that, it's becoming to happen, like
Yes.
this is
Yes, already
crazy.
started. And
Crazy.
and and
Yeah.
today in India, today in India, they are celebrating Lakshmi Puja. So they are worshipping Mother Lakshmi instead of Lord Narayan or the Supreme Lord Krishna.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Lakshmi cannot be alone.
Exactly. I explained that. I explained that same to my mother, but she said no. We worship only Lakshmi. That's all.
Oh, Krishna, we are doomed, you
And
know. This is
yeah,
crazy.
even there's a verse that the Supreme Lord himself says that many people who are foolish they worship Lakshmi alone, but those who are intelligent they'll directly worship me.
Prabhu, you know, this is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. He went to the West, and now we are even more knowledgeable than those who are in India. You know, how come that they worship Lakshmi Devi without Narayan? This
Exactly.
is crazy.
Exactly. Exactly.
This
There's no
is
logic about it.
crazy.
I heard in one temple they put Lakshmi Varuna together. Or the Lakshmi Kuvera. I mean Lakshmi Kuvera. Because Kuvera they put together in temple both like this. Not like
Yeah, they
temple.
want to double the profit, right?
What was that, Prabhu? What did you say, Sami Prabhu? Lakshmi?
At some temple
It's
they put
crazy.
Lakshmi Kuvera together.
Lakshmi Kubera. Okay. Okay.
Actually, they want to maximize the profit. Like, okay, we worship Lakshmi, but at the same time, Kuvera also.
Exactly.
This is crazy.
Actually,
They are doing some nonsense thing. Really, this
exactly.
is rascaldom. Rascaldom.
For some temporary mental desires, they are like doing all this. So temporarily mental benefit.
Yeah,
That's all.
actually, this is the main thing in this world. They just want to enjoy, sense gratification, and that's all. All Ashura, they are all Naladama, without Krishna consciousness, all lowest of mankind.
Yes.
So, so what? So now we are in this mess. We try to elevate our consciousness in this mess. So we should be alert. We should be very careful about what we are doing because it's not really safe there. This world is not very safe for us,
Yes.
really. At any moment we can fall down, at any moment, like every second, because this is really bad, really bad, really, really
Yes.
bad environment to become Krishna conscious. Mm. So, thank you for this great story. Yeah.
Plus also here like Bengali celebrate Durga Puja. So in the name of Durga Puja, they break the four relative principles. They say that yeah, we can offer meat and we can take it. They support means they support animal sacrifice.
Yeah, this is the main thing of Ashura. They made their own scriptures and they made their own
Yeah.
rules and regulations.
Yes.
It is in chapter 16 Bhagavad Gita. They made their own rules. Yeah, we can do it like this, like this. Crazy rascal. Haribol.
Yes, bro. Very, very bad condition of India. Very bad condition.
There is time in
Yeah,
India.
it's not only India, Prabhu. Everywhere,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Yes.
You see in India because you live there, and
Yeah.
first you were used to see India differently, but now you see the progression of Kali
Yeah.
Yuga.
Yes. Yeah.
It's crazy
Means
because we
I
are just in the beginning, Prabhu. Just in the beginning. Kali Yuga
exactly.
is not, we are not even in the middle. We're just in the beginning. Come on. What will happen to those who worship Krishna and Vishnu? Please, what will happen to them?
Exactly.
This will be persecution, just like Hiranyakashipu when he killed those, Vishnu worshippers back then. It will be like that, Prabhu. They will terrorize them, like really. So we are fortunate now. We are fortunate. So if we keep not being serious and try to say, okay, I will come back again and I will try again. I'm not sure this is a good strategy. I'm not sure about
Yeah,
that
exactly.
because
Very,
it
very,
will
very
become more and
dangerous.
more. Yeah, it will become dangerous and difficult, Prabhu, to
Exactly.
practice Krishna consciousness. Now we are in the good time to do that, but after sometimes I don't know if Prabhu, I don't know because it will be very, very dangerous.
I
You know.
think maybe in some 10-15 years itself will be so dangerous. In some 10-15 years.
Yes,
Means
even in 10 or 20 years, I think already we will have some persecution. You know, we will have to hide, you know, and not even go for Sankirtan. It will be very, dangerous to even go outside doing some Sankirtan or even
Outside,
chanting the name
some
loudly.
drone will come and it will have a huge speaker and it will say, "Stop the kirtan."
No,
just
it
imagine, just imagine.
it has already started in India. Now
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
have now if you want to organize any uh, chanting in a street, you have to get the permission from the local collector, IAS
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
officer.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And moreover, this is more prominent in Tamil Nadu, particularly.
Tamil Nadu because Stalin is there, so yeah, because of
Hmm.
Stalin, yeah, yeah.
Even the courts are
Yes,
supporting the same.
exactly. The Supreme Court also is such a means. I think they're a bunch of fools and rascals. They pass all nonsensical bills and like literally like there is no gain out of the Supreme Court. No positive gain.
Very true.
Yeah,
They are
Even
Krishna.
just they are just
even
eating our money collected
yeah,
in the
yeah.
form of taxes.
Lot of taxes and even if you want to acquire land and like construct a temple, they take away so much of the money and that too also there's no guarantee that you will get the land.
Hmm.
This is how bad condition is.
And everything is against Sanatana Dharma.
Yeah,
That is the most painful point.
yeah, they are supporting all this nonsense LGBTQ. They are allowing it, but when you ask them that oh we'll construct a temple, they are against the temple.
Hmm.
Yes, Prabhu. Oh, is it true? Pranjal Prabhu is not here. That's why
I think he
nothing.
just
Who wants to read?
I think he left. I think 5 minutes ago. I guess.
No problem.
Yes.
I will continue. This is text 36, maybe 36 or 7.
37.
Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Yes,
Yes,
bro.
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
but
Hare Krishna.
there is a 10,000 years of golden period, Prabhu. When will
Yes,
that?
yes, yes.
Yes, Prabhu. It's just starting.
Means after that, from what I know, after the 10,000 years, we'll enter the actual Kali Yuga, and after that, like there is no possibility of doing devotional service after
Yes.
this 10,000 period.
So the situation will get worse or good,
Worse,
Prabhu?
worse. Means basically we'll
Worse.
enter into Ghor Kali Yuga, Ghor Kali Yuga. Ghor Kali Yuga means
Yeah.
the deepmost Kali Yuga. So you can just imagine how like people will start cannibalism. Means humans will start eating each other, and then and then all the fruits like the fruits will be reduced to only seed. There will be no more pulp available. Like
But for
for
preaching,
example.
Yeah.
For example, if
Yes,
you
Prabhu.
want to eat the mango fruit, there will be
We
no pulp,
can
only seed.
we can see now we can see now that the size of trees are less than before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And even the taste of the fruit has decreased from before.
oh yes, Prabhu, no sweetness.
Yeah, no sweetness. I remember this time in summer season when I ate mango, I literally there was the mangoes was so bad. The taste was so bad.
Yes, Prabhu.
There's no sweetness.
You gotta when you choose the mango, you have to chant the Maha Mantra, so you find the perfect mango, and then you have to offer it. Then it becomes sweet usually.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
This is sweetness hack.
yeah. No, I remember in my childhood, like whenever I used to pick up any mango, each and every mango used to be so sweet and tasty. But
Yes,
now
I've never
all
seen it.
mangoes are all mangoes are bitter and tasteless.
Yes, Prabhu.
It is in the progress of Kali Yuga.
If we read the word to word,
Yeah, let me complete this. Can you please go back to the Sanskrit verse? Yeah. पिबन्ति ये भागवत आत्मनः सताम कथामृतं श्रवण पुटेषु संभृतं पुनन्ति ते विषय विदूषिताशयं वर्जन्ति व्रजन्ति तच्चरण सरोरुहान्तिकम्. Synonyms: pibanti, who drink; ye, those; bhagavataha, of the personality of Godhead; atmanaha, of the most dear; satam, of devotees; kathamritam, the nectar of the messages; sravana puteshu, within the ear holes; sambhratam, fully filled; punanti, purify; te, their; vishaya, material enjoyment; vidushi, vidushitashayam, polluted aim of life; prajanti, go back, go back; tat, the Lord's; charana, feet; sororuha, antikam, near the lotus. Translation: those who drink through oral reception, fully filled with the nectarian message of Lord Krishna, the beloved of the devotees, purify the polluted aim of life known as material enjoyment, and thus go back to Godhead, to the lotus feet of Him, the personality of Godhead. Purport.
Jai.
yeah.
Purport. The sufferings of human society are due to a polluted aim of life, namely lording it over the material resources. The more the human society is engaged in the exploitation of undeveloped material resources for sense gratification, the more it will be entrapped by the illusionary material energy of the Lord, and thus the distress of the world will be intensified instead of diminished. The human necessities of life are fully supplied by the Lord in the shape of food grains, milk, fruit, wood, stone, sugar, silk, jewels, cotton, salt, water, vegetables, etc., in sufficient quantity to feed the human race of the world as well as those on each and every planet within the universe. The supply source is complete, and only a little energy by the human being is required to get them into the proper channel. There is no need of machines and tools or huge steel plants for artificially creating comforts of life. Life is never made comfortable by creating artificial needs, but by plain living and high thinking. The highest perfectional thinking for human society is suggested here by Sukadeva Goswami, namely hearing sufficiently Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. For men in this age of Kali, when they have lost the perfect vision of life, this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the torch light, maybe. Come down, bro, please. Yeah, torchlight by which to see the real path. Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhupada has commented on the Kathamritam mentioned in this verse and has indicated Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam to be the nectarian message of the personality of Godhead. By sufficiently hearing the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, the polluted aim of life, namely lording it over matter, will subside, and the people in general in all parts of the world will be able to live a peaceful life of knowledge and bliss. For a pure devotee of the Lord, any topics in relation with his name, fame, quality, entros, etc., are all pleasing, and because such topics have been approved by great devotees like Narada, Hanuman, Nanda Maharaj, and other inhabitants of Vrindavana, certainly such messages are transcendental and pleasing to the heart and soul. And by the constant hearing of the messages of the Bhagavad Gita and the later of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, one is assured herein by Srila Sukadeva Goswami that he will reach the personality of Godhead and render him transcendental loving service in the spiritual planet of the name Golaka Vrindavan, which resembles a huge lotus flower. Thus, by the process of Bhakti Yoga directly accepted as suggested in this verse, by hearing sufficiently the transcendental message of the Lord, the material contamination is directly eliminated without once attempting to contemplate the impersonal Virata conception of the Lord. And by practicing Bhakti Yoga, if the performer is not purified from the material contamination, he must be a pseudo devotee. For such an impostor, there is no remedy for being freed from the material entanglement. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the second canto, second chapter of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, entitled "The Lord in the Heart." Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Last sentence was interesting. And by practicing Bhakti Yoga, if the performer is not purified from the material contamination, he must be a pseudo devotee.
Okay. Basically, present Indians.
So from this you can understand that there is also some devotees who are practicing Bhakti Yoga, but they are not getting purified.
They are doing it for some, I think, material cause or some material benefits.
Yes, Prabhu, and there is also in ISKCON, you can see there might be some perfect looking Bhakti Yogi in the temple, some who is outwardly looking perfect, but if he's not connected, if he's not getting purified, he's not losing his material things and all this, then you must see that okay, he's like a pseudo devotee then.
Yeah. Yes. They miss only making show of devotional service.
Yes, Prabhu, this is like my
and it said that for him, for such an impostor, there is no remedy for being freed from the material entanglement. So if you are pseudo devotee, then there is no remedy for you. It's finished.
Yes. Very strongly, Srila Prabhupada said. Very strongly.
Yeah, but this is Srila Prabhupada purport.
Yeah. Yes.
So we need to read those, This is what we need to do, Prabhu. In Kali Yuga, we need to read. The more we read, then we need to give. This verse said, can you go to the verse? This verse is very nice. Those who drink through oral reception, we need to drink Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. We need to drink this just like we are drinking water. Fully filled with the nectar and the message of Lord Krishna, the beloved of the devotees. Purify the polluted aim of life known as material enjoyment, and thus go back to Godhead, to the lotus feet of Him, personality of Godhead. You see? So this is the remedy for us. Yes, this world is disgusting. So we should go to Vrindavan then. Right? We should leave this place, please.
Yeah, this is very.
What are we doing here, Yeah.
Dukhaliyam Ashashvatam.
Yeah, actually, the more you progress in Krishna consciousness, the more you will find this world is crazy, disgusting.
Means,
you will not.
Even in college, many of my friends, those who are demigod worshippers, they always criticize me that what are you doing this chanting? Why are you worshipping the Supreme Lord? What will you gain out of it? No, they put forward all those waste arguments which have like no logic.
Yeah, because they just they're just after sense gratification, That's all. So we are like some alien, like they don't understand us. Like you don't, you will gain nothing to worship Vishnu. They think that we will gain nothing, but actually we will gain everything.
Yeah, exactly. We gain everything.
We will obtain everything that someone wants. He will, because Lord is everything. So when you capture the Lord, then you have everything.
Yeah, He provides
but
everything.
They don't understand that. because they are not ready yet to,
And
you know,
also they're
approach the Lord.
very envious. They're very envious. They always find
Yeah.
fault and very envious.
Yeah, that's why they will not approach the Lord. You know, like in the chapter 7, Duskritina, you know, Duskritina Muda, Naladama, you know, those
Yes,
four person, they will not approach the Lord, Prabhu. They will not approach the Lord at all, because they have no qualification to approach the Lord. They have no qualification. You know, they are envious and jealous and, you know, crazy fellow. They don't want to, nothing to do with the Lord. So that's why the Lord
that
is
is why they
invisible to
suffer
them.
too. Yeah, and they suffer too also. They suffer this
Yeah.
result of the sinful activities. Yes.
Yeah. So this is this world, you know. That's why we need to save ourselves first, and then when we are strong enough, we can perhaps, you know, do something for others. But we need to save ourselves first.
Yes, yes.
That's why we need to become more serious in what we are doing. Otherwise, we will be, you know, captured by Maya very quickly. You know, no doubt about this. So in this verse, you know, Krishna said we need to drink. You know, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita, drink the nectar of transcendental knowledge. And when we will drink that, as we drink like we are drinking water. Yeah, I think we will make some progress. But we need to hear more and more. You know, I heard this in His Grace Sarvai Prabhu was sharing this verse in Nectar of Instruction. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Sarasvati in the purport said that for neophyte there is only one thing to do: hearing. When you are neophyte devotee, you need to hear a lot. So you are at the right place and you are doing the right thing. And we need to increase this. We need to increase our hearing propensity. The more we hear, the more we advance in Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
So please keep coming to this session. Keep hearing after this session. Also personal, you know, sadhana. Our personal routine should be filled with hearing. Not only hearing lectures, but by reading also. We need to become good reader, like really. And that's why in this Damodar month, I want to read more, you know, really. I want to increase my time of reading.
Yes.
This is really important, Prabhu, that we increase our time of reading, you know. Everyone can do something, you know. And I think this is the key for us to control our mind by hearing Prabhupada, associating with Srila Prabhupada. Because he said when you when someone read his book, immediately associate with me, you know, immediately. We can see through the purport, so nice purport. We can hear Prabhupada in every word, strong as he was preaching, you know, same words. So if you are accustomed to hear about his lectures, then when you read the purport in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita, whatever, you can hear him talking, actually. When I read the purport, sometimes I hear Prabhupada in my head, like, because when you are accustomed to hear the lectures of him, then those words in the purport is the same. He used the same words.
Yes, it happens to me also. Yes. I imagine that Prabhupada is speaking the same words in his own voice. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, but actually, he speaks to every one of us in a different way, because we have different level of realization. We are not at the same level, and so he will preach to us, you know, individually, each and every one of us. If we really read his book every day, then he will guide us. This is how he can guide us. And sometimes you will find that the same words is striking. It's like you hear the same word always. This is only you. This is not for others. This is only for you. Because you need to realize that. After sometimes when you realize that, then another listen will be teach. He will teach to you, another things. But always he will speak to you. Always. So that's why reading is the key. Someone who don't read, he will never progress in Krishna consciousness. Sahajya, but it's Sahajya, but it's not like the real deal. So this is really, really important that we increase in this month of Damodar our reading. So thank you. I just want to add this at the end, that we should really increase at
Yes, Prabhu.
least
Yes, Prabhu.
our reading. If you read 1 hour, then go to 1:30. Add 30 minutes. Don't be so ambitious. At the beginning, 30 minutes. And if you go for 2 hours, then very nice. But just be realistic. Just add 30 minutes, and then gradually, by the grace of the Lord, in this month of Damodar, you will see. After this month, you will read more, Prabhu. You will read more and even better, and you will make some progress also. So let us use this, auspicious month to increase our sadhana in the right way. Let us hear more and drink more of this nectarian, transcendental knowledge in Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, all the book of Srila Prabhupada actually. If we are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, or perhaps we can really progress in the reading, and by reading more. And if we are reading some small book, we can finish by the end of this month. But we should commit ourselves to do something. So this is an extension of what His Grace Prabhu wants us to do in this month. I just want to say that we should really increase our reading in this month. So thank you very much for this great association. I need to go because I need to collect some flowers.
Yes, Prabhu.
Haribo.
Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu.
Sanchikastam prayers. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamahadavagni nirvapanam shreyah kairavachantrika vitaranam vidyavatu jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamritasvadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam.
नाम्नामगारि बहुधानि च सर्वशक्तिस्तत्रार्पिता नियमिता स्मरणेन काल एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन्ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशां भाजनिनानुरागा
ऋणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनी सदा हरिः
नाम करीब अच्छा नेक्स्ट ना धनम ना जनम ना सुंदरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामायि मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतात् भक्तिर आहितु की त्यायी.
ऐनन्दतनुज किङ्करं प्रयुक्तं मां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजा स्थितधूळि सदृशं विचिन्तय
नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदाहृदया गिरा पुलकनिशितं वपुः कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति.
गायिदं निमेषेण सा प्रविश्यायिदां शून्यायिदां जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे
आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां पिनस्तु मां अदर्शनं मर्ममथां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव आपरः.
Ribo. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless mercy, causeless devotional service, birth after birth.
O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet.
O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name?
O Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly in his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally.
Hari Bol, Shri Siksastakam ki jai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Pahujan Makaraya
Jai.
Tabutana Paya Krishna Pade Premadan. If one is infested with the 10 offenses in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name for many births, he will not get the love of God. That is the ultimate goal of this chanting. The 10 offenses against the holy name are as follows. The first offense is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Second offense is to consider the names of demigods, Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma, to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu.
Third offense, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master.
Fourth offense is to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version.
Offense, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination.
Sixth offense, to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord.
Seventh offense is to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord.
Eighth offense, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karmakanta.
Ninth offense is to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name.
Tenth offense, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offensive to be inattentive while chanting.
Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Let us offer humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They can fulfill the desires of everyone just like desire trees, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarupyascha kripa
वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Dharam Pranam Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
so much for your association, Prabhu. Today the reading session was a little bit longer, but it was really
But
nice.
but I liked it. We all liked it.
It was really nice. Thank
Yeah,
you so
and
much.
I
Very,
have
very
shared a
nice.
few YouTube videos as well. Please go through it. Go through
Yes,
them.
sir.
Okay. So this is the current situation in India.
Yeah, very bad. And also the one more bad thing is that nowadays women have degraded so much.